Okay, welcome everyone. Okay, it's time for our every first and third third Monday Zoom training, right? Yeah. So of course this is the third Monday for the month, right? For this month. So today's topic will be very useful for people who are new in the business and also for existing leaders, right? For you to how to guide your new people, right? Yeah. Am I recorded? Okay, recorded. Okay. So today our speaker is so the topic is how to get started in new skin, 2 Wi-Fi steps. Okay. And then after her segment, right? Actually, I also invited another leader, Sarah, to share about our recent incentive trip to Shanghai. Okay, so that's after Kris session. Okay, so for those who don't know, uh, I mean, most of y'all should know Kris. But there are some new people here may not know Kris, right? Yeah, Kris is actually one of our leader here, and she's also doing this on the side. Her full-time job, she's actually an accountant, and in fact she's a CFO with a telco company, right? Which is a Singtel affiliate for I think for more than 10 years, or Kris. Got more than 10 years, right? This same company.
15 years.
18 years, okay. Yeah, she's 18 years with this company. So she's currently their CFO, right? In fact, like I say, actually in our team we have a lot of accountant. Yeah, Sarah also accountant. I also consider accountant last time, but I left the practice more than almost 20 years already. Yeah. Okay. And of course, just now we mentioned Kavina also still zooming in from her office. Okay. So without further ado, okay, let's welcome Kris to start tonight's topic. Okay. Yeah. So Kris.
Okay, let me share slide first. I cannot share.
Hmm? You're still the co-host, Just
Haven't,
now
no co-host.
we funny Why suddenly gone Okay, I make again Can?
Okay, 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 wait. Can see or not?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Can.
okay. The full screen, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Okay, so thanks Jerry for the introduction. So hi everyone. So some of you may know me, most of you know me lah, but some may not. So maybe a brief introduction of myself lah. So I'm Kris. So I'm 55 this year, and then personal front, I got two young adults lah, 27 and 25. So Jerry mentioned, I have been in this company for 18 years, but I have been in corporate for more than 30 years lah. And my current company is one of the Singtel affiliate. So I've been with the CFO for about 18 lah. Yeah. So I'm doing new skin on a part-time basis. So a brief background of how I started. So actually I started as a consumer first. And then through my transformation, right, I started the business. So at that time, I was triggered by my curiosity on why there are so many successful professionals in the business. Then it prompted me to find out more about the company, the business, and how to earn money. So I'm like self-activated at that time. So being activated to the business, I'm interested. I can see how this business is, but it doesn't know that doesn't mean no I know how to do. Yeah. So because all of us are not taught to learn do network marketing, okay, and or direct sales. So because we are either employee, or we some of you run your own business. Yeah. So but luckily we are in ST, so we have all kinds of training that help us to learn. And then this one is one of our internal team meeting lah. Okay. So tonight topic, I will cover on this thing called 2 Wi-Fi step. Okay, so this is a framework that can guide you in the business if you are new. And then like what Jerry says, for those who has been some time in the business, it can be a refresher, or even for you to guide your people. Okay, so first thing, so what is the most important thing that we need for this business? Can anyone know? Can type on the chat if you can. Okay, so basically, the very first thing that you must settle is your why. Okay, so like most of us who are salaried worker, right? What is your why? Our why is to earn an income, right? For living, right? Right, to keep to have an income, so we have to support our family so that we can survive, right? So like even though we don't like our boss or we dread working out in the day early to go work, we still go to work every day, okay? And we still need to deliver what we're supposed to do, which is our KPI. So it's the same for New Skin, yeah. So along the way, when you are doing the business, you will find obstacles. It will never be smooth sailing. So you need to have a strong why to keep you going. So you want to succeed in New Skin, right? Your why is even more important, and you need to find a reason that hit you. Yeah. For you need to ask yourself, why do you want to do New Skin? What is it for? So these 9 reasons here, right, basically cover most of the reason why people start the business. Is it for financial freedom? Is it for more time? Legacy? Yeah. So every of us have our own why and needs. So like for me, right, when I first started the business, it was more for a plan B and wanting to own the business. Okay. But as I go along the business, it slowly evolved to more other reasons like financial freedom, more time, personal development, and even leaving a legacy. So I've been in this company for 18 years, right? And I can say I'm very blessed. Okay. It has been a good company and I have good boss. I got good pay, benefits are all good, colleagues are all good. So that there is no reason, there's no push factor for me to start doing a sideline. Okay, so and I was always being asked a question. You are CFO, why do you want to do New Skin, especially is network marketing or direct or MLM? Yeah. So being an accountant, I'm always conservative. But being conservative also means I want security. Yeah. So being in corporate, I know it can never be secure. Yeah, because I may be good now, but I don't know what will happen next. Yeah. And as a CFO, I manage P&L. Yeah. And whenever there's a crisis, the first thing we cut is staff costs because this is the highest cost in the financial one. And when the company choose to cut, right, they will cut the people who are on the higher level, okay, with management level. Yeah, because now when you throw a stone, right, you can actually hit an accountant anytime. So why would they actually hire? They can actually easily hire someone to replace me at much lower cost. So I know this at that time when I was in my 40s already. Yeah, so I wanted to build another career while I'm good. Yeah, not when I have no job. Yeah, I wanted to build something while I have I'm working, and anytime, okay, I have a platform to rely on if I decide to leave corporate. Yeah, I want to have the ability to have a choice. Yeah, so and that's why I wanted to build my own business. Yeah, but being an accountant, I'm conservative, so I do not want to invest capital to start the business. Yeah, because I know returns are never guaranteed. Yeah, so when I saw New Skin business plan, right, I was attracted to it because no cost, yet I can build a global business. Yeah, so when I see the business plan, I see it basically as a distribution channel. Yeah. And based on my distributor volume, I'm being paid. So I immediately can see, and I embark on the business. Yeah. So that was my initial why. Yeah. But through SD and through coming to class, it actually strengthened my why further. Yeah, because in SD, I saw many story by the leaders, okay, achieving their time freedom and financial freedom, which I wanted that also. Yeah, I want to have a choice to decide what I want to do and what are the things that I don't want to do. Yeah, if I don't want to do, then I don't need to force myself to do it because I got a choice ma. So to me, that's freedom. Yeah. So then along the way, the more I do, the more satisfaction I get through this business that I cannot get from corporate. Yeah, because I went through this business, I see I help people transform in their health, transform in their life, so it make me happy lor. Yeah, and I see the growth in myself, my personal growth. Yeah, which I also never get in corporate. Yeah, and why I'm doing this business, I also see it as building assets. Yeah, and assets that I can leave it to my kids. I can pass on to my next generation. So finding out your why new skin is key. Yeah, and this one will actually keep you going. Yeah. Okay. So then the next question you will ask is then why now? Yeah. So you can find your reasons. Yeah. Like for us, we all know that health and wellness is evergreen industry, right? Yeah. And the wellness market is going to grow to 3 trillion time. Yeah. 3 trillions by 2030 something. Yeah. So we know that when you want to find a business, right, you want to find a business which is a sunrise industry and not a sunset industry. Yeah. So health and wellness is the way to go when I see it. And in new skin in particular, right, now we have something that everybody don't have, which is Precision IO, which is the ability to measure nutritional health. So this gives us a competitive advantage that no one have. Yeah. So we also wanted to, so with this, we want to have the first mover advantage now, right? And to capture the market share. Or if you wait, right? You wait another few years, then by the time your friends will all have been prospected by other people already. Yeah. So when you do a business, timing is always is key. Yeah. So you can also another reason might be, yeah, India, right? India is a new market, It's a new market and it's still a big playing field for all of us to go in. Yeah. Third reasons that I find is the changes around the world. Okay. So you know that the world is getting more chaotic and more uncertain, right? So like now, what happening now? The Iran war, right? Some today say open Strait of Hormuz, next tomorrow say close again. Yeah, and with this, it causing a lot of uncertainty. Oil prices going up, disrupt the supply chain, company facing rising costs. So what will come next? I'll tell you, job loss. Yeah. So it's a time that we must really think that to we might want or we need to have a plan B. Yeah. And then plan for how this plan B can be eventually your plan A. Yeah, which is what I'm doing now. Yeah. So of course you will have your other personal reasons, right? Might be your near retirement age. You would need to look for your second phase of career because now our lifespan can grow up to 80, can be 80 years old, 80 plus years old. If you retire in 60 plus, you still have 20 odd full good years to go, no? Are you really want to just retire? Do you want to have a second phase of career? Yeah, and maybe you are thinking of your kids' education, university. Yeah, your kids may be very talented in certain field, and you want to. He has a dream of going overseas to study. Yeah, and these are all costs. Is it time that you need to plan? Yeah, to work on something. For them, yeah, to help them fulfill their dreams. So these are the reasons that the two why that is very important. Why new skin and why is it now the best time to start the business. Yeah. So we have seen this slide for many times, I think in classes, okay, on how we start. It's all started with us, with ourselves. We take the product, we transform, okay, and we introduce two friends, okay, and we become PR, and we bring in another three person, and we repeat the whole cycle again. Yeah, so this one I will not go through and all, because most of you will have no. Yeah. So, but the next thing I want to share is this bubble that we have been seeing it for many times also. Yeah. So the ultimate aim, I think everybody know that we have so-called 3 tiers of earning, which is our sharing, building, and third is the leading. So when I come into the business, right, this is what it attracted me. Yeah, our best product, I would say our best product, which is 6 level 5%. Yeah, which this, when I see this 23,000 per month income, and there is through creating network, right? I can create this passive income of 23,000 per month. That attracts me to come in. So when I see this, I see where got this such business so good one. I built my network, and yet I've been paid. So to me, I see this, I like to think of our business model as me owning properties and collecting rental. But our business is even better than that, because when you own properties, right, you must make sure you do not have mortgage loan. You 100% pay off the property. But how many of us can have that money to do that? Yeah. So for us, we don't just sell product and make one-time profit. Not like real estate agent. They sell house, right? They make one-time profit, but then they need to refi again. Okay, another property to sell, and then they make one time. But in our business, right? Okay, we find people who has good potential and want to do this franchise business with us. Yeah. And through them, we need the level, and through whatever volume that they for through their volume, okay, New Skin pay us a percentage based on their volume, 5% based on the value. So when people tell me, right, you are doing MLM, I will always tell them about this finance concept that we have, substance over form. Yeah, where the form itself, the business model itself, yeah, is the multi-level marketing. But the underlying substance, when I see from the plan, right, is a franchise. Or in other words, I'm building a distribution channel. Yeah. So some of my property can be 1 bedroom property. Yeah, my income can be $150. It's unfurnished. But some of my property can be a condo. Okay. This person can be an executive brand partner. Yeah, I can earn a higher passive income. But what if I can find I find another one, okay, and this one is my EBD. Yeah, it can be a hotel. It's like a hotel, and my passive income from there is higher. So when I see the bubble, I see it like this. Yeah, to me, it's my HDB. Some may be HDB, some may be condos, some may be landed, some may be commercial property. Yeah. So I trigger, and every time when I see this, I'm very excited, lor. Yeah. So the two whys, after you set what your two why, right? You are clear about your two why, right? Yeah. Now is the 5 step, okay, which is how you go about doing the business. Okay. But when you have your two why, right, the we always say, right, when you settle your why, right, your how will come. Yeah. So these 5 steps are guideline, okay, for you to know how to actually start the business. So I'll go through each one. First is goal setting. Okay, so when we are working, right, we all have KPI, right? KPI to hit. So KPI is like our goal. So when it comes to new scheme, right, we also have to set our goal. Okay, yeah, because it's very important, because it guides you to where you are going, okay, to fulfill your why. Yeah, so all entrepreneurs have goals. Yeah, some of you are doing your own business here, yeah, businessman, and you sure have goal when you start off your business as a startup. Yeah, so same thing, new skin is also a business. Yeah, right? So you also need to set a goal for each milestone that you want to achieve. Yeah. So you will need to have your overall goal. Okay. What is the end result you want to achieve? So you need to visualize this end result. Like for me, my goal now, eventual goal is to have financial freedom. Yeah, because I want to quit corporate in about 3 years time. Yeah, 3 to 4 years time, and I want to have the real financial freedom and my time freedom to travel to the world, to with my families. Yeah, and I want to do things that I have not do before. Do social work, but all this I need time and money if I stop working, right? And I want to go, yeah, these places without even need to take leave. So I need to I will visualize what I want to achieve, how I want to achieve, yeah, and 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 this will drive me towards working towards my goal. And one thing in New Skin I want to highlight is that although I have this goal of financial freedom, right? Yeah. So, but in New Skin, right? Remember that in order for me to achieve my goal, it means that I need to help a lot of people, whether in terms of transforming their health or transforming their life, in order for me to achieve my goal. Yeah. So when I see this, I see it as a very meaningful business. Yeah. So then come to goal setting, right? So this is your overall goal. Okay, my overall goal is eventually 3 to 4 years time, I want to quit corporate and become financial independent, financial free, and I want to have time freedom, right? So then I need to then uh, um, uh, split the goal, okay, into smaller goals. Okay, my short-term goal, my mid-term goal, and my long-term goal, right? So like your ultimate goal, say long-term, is to achieve COE in 5 years time. So this is your long-term goal. And then from here, you will need to split down in order to achieve this. How in mid-term, by when you probably need to achieve your EBD, right? For those people who knows, EBD means Executive Brand Director lah, whereby you would have a sizable team by then. Yeah. Then you can further split to short-term goal. Yeah. So for short-term goal, like maybe it can be a 1 year goal, which is this year goal, or it can be a 6 months goal. Yeah. So like for me, I usually I do have my own goal in terms of team title. I also will use uh, programs created by the company. Yeah, for example, the Cairo trip. Yeah, so in the past, I will always use our incentive trip as a gauge for me to fight my as a one of my goal. Yeah, so like now next year incentive trip is Cairo, right? Yeah, so this one can be one of your goal that you would want to strive for to achieve in the short term. Yeah, which later I think Cheryl will share more. Yeah. So but goals without deadline is just a dream. Okay. So if you have this goal, but then you never set a deadline to it, right? You are just you won't really work towards it. So you must give yourself a deadline. For example, like in 3 to 6 months time, what you want to achieve. Yeah, like for example, this month, okay, your monthly goal this month I want to achieve 10K, or it can be I want to create 3BR. Yeah, so you need to be clear with your goal and discuss with your working mentor. Okay, and once it's set, lock your goal. Yeah, and work towards it lah. And when you set your goal, right, one of the very key attribute is focus. Yeah, is focus, working 100% focus to work towards your goal. So when we set goal, right, it's not just say, oh, this month I want to achieve 10K, then after that just say only lor, and not locking in lor. So because with this, when you do this lock, when you set your goal, right, the important thing is lock your goal, and then you have to plan what are the activities that will lead you to achieve this goal. Yeah, and of course, other than massive action, you cannot be distracted by emotions or other activities, and but then also remember, when you have massive action also means massive rejection. So but if you got rejection, right, and then you become emotional, right, you will be distracted and your momentum will be lost, and then you will get drifted away. Like our COE mentor Derek always tell us, right, we should never push back our goal. Your goal pole must not shift. Yeah, we must increase our activity to reach the goal. Yeah, so focus is one of the key attribute that we must have in this business. Okay, then you plan your activities. What are the activities, productive activities that will help you to move towards your goal? Yeah, and cut down those non-productive activities, okay, that will not help you. For example, watching Korean drama, right? And our system has the daily 8 things that we must do, right? So if out of these 8 things, we can start with 4 things, and then slowly increase it, you will be sure be able to hit what the goals that you set for yourself. Yeah. So later I'll go through the daily 8 things. Okay. So after you set goal, right, the step 2 important thing is commit. As I say, we never shift. We should never have the habit of shifting our goal. Yeah. The key is once we set, then next is commitment. So what kind of mindset must we have when we say commit to the goal? Is it a try mindset, or is I try my best, or is it DDMMI? Yeah, DDMMI, I think is, you all will know, right? Die must make it. Yeah. So if you have a try mindset, right, then you will definitely not make it one, because you are trying only, right? But when you're setting the goal, right, we must have the mindset of do whatever it takes. Yeah. So example, you are studying for your university. Yeah. You have the mindset that you must pass, you must graduate, right? You will not try only. Yeah. So like I remember when I was studying for my ACCA, yeah, I set myself a goal that I must complete within 3 years. Yeah, that time my mindset is DDMMI one. Yeah, within 3 years, I must complete my ACCA. Yeah, and I really do it. So I believe human, we all human, our mind is very powerful one. Yeah, if we make the decision to do it, we can do it one. Yeah, it's just that over the years we might because we come out to workforce and work, we are so busy with our activity, we all forget about our dreams, about how to fight for our goal. Yeah, and we tend to go back to our routine and usual. Yeah, so sometimes I mean, sometimes I myself also like that. But sometimes I think back, last time when in my 20s, I was part-time studying. And I mean part-time working and part-time studying, I still can also make it on what I want to do when I set my mind to do it. So I believe our mind has the power to we human has the power to do it once we make a decision. Okay, so yeah, employee mindset to entrepreneur mindset. Yeah, so we are all used to. I mean, we are all from corporate. Yeah. So we are still having this employee mindset. Yeah. So for employee mindset, right, we are always been told what to do. Yeah. But for entrepreneur and for being as a new skin, right? You are your own boss. Yeah, this business is yours. Yeah, so you just have to find ways. You have to gain and find ways and do whatever it takes. Yeah, to connect with people, to help them. And the more people you help, the more you're able to achieve your goal. Yeah. So you are your own boss. Okay, so this business is ours. Yeah. So one of the key thing is we use our own product. Yeah. So the more product we use, right, the more we transform and the more we are able to share. Yeah, because everyone's have different needs. You may find you may meet this person who is have who is fat. You yourself try tell me you are able to share it sincerely out from your heart. And if you for ladies, we love skincare, right? So we use our devices. So for some people who has who you met with love skincare, then you are also able to share skincare with that person. Yeah. Okay, so use all the product. Okay, invest in success bag. ST, we have a success bag which you can use. This one you can talk to your mentor about it. I think, yeah. Okay, and okay, the other one I want to stress is attend meetings for personal growth. Okay, meeting and classes are really, really very important. Yeah. So in ST, we have all sorts of classes from every Thursday morning, CMC closing master class, which teach you how you can do closing, our Tuesday class, train and fit class, our BSE class. This is the place where you can learn from all successful leaders. Yeah. So uh, we we I I would say I will attend every class unless I travel, okay, or I'm not around. Yeah, if not, although the class topic is the same, but the leaders who shares are different. So from each of the leaders, right, you are able to learn different things. Yeah, sometimes you will have some aha moment. Okay, although content the same, you hear, but suddenly like this, sometimes you hear from this speaker who share about this thing. It seems like they share every time, but you just happen to hear something from that particular speaker. Yeah, and most important, these leaders are leaders that make it, so they are sharing from their own experience. So the more we attend this class, right, we are able to learn from them. So as an entrepreneur, we must have the winner mindset. Yeah. So uh, which also means that we must always keep ourselves positive. Yeah. Winners always look at positive side of things. Okay. Well, loser mindset, even before they start thinking of negative things. So like Derry always say, okay, when there's a issue come up, okay, is this a problem or opportunity? Yeah, ask yourself, is this a problem or opportunity, or is this bad or good? Yeah, so when you have that positivity and the winner mindset, you will see every issues as a as a opportunity for you to grow, as well as for you to get something out of it. Yeah. Okay, so this is okay. Same thing. Step two, commitment to goal. So be coachable, align with your working mentor. So actually alignment with mentor is very important. Yeah, so that they can guide you, as well as you need another person. Okay, sometimes you are too engrossed with your issues, and you are too engrossed with things that you face. When a second person come in, right? Okay, and your mentor walk the path before, so they are able to come in with a different perspective. Yeah, so in this business, right, every one of us are equal, okay, be it I'm a CFO, or be it there's another one in another industry, all of us start from the same starting line one. Yeah, so we need to empty our cup. So whatever we have in corporate, or my 30 over years of experience, when we bring to this business, that doesn't work one. Yeah, so we bring ourselves back to zero, and we learn and work with our working mentor. They were able to
Even
guide
now?
us through this business. Yeah. So and attend meeting, as I mentioned, right? Not only to learn, it will also help us to enhance our belief. Okay. I don't know whether everyone's know about, we have recording. Okay. The one ST app. Okay, which we have all our CO, mostly COE's leaders sharing. We have Rainho inside, Lilian Ong, many recordings that you can listen to. So if you don't have, talk to your working mentor. Yeah, and read books, read system recommended books. Yeah, so all successful leaders do a lot of readings. Yeah, so these are the two book, Copycat Marketing as well as The Parable of the Pipeline. Yeah, it's two of the system book that the system recommend. Yeah, so if you don't have, also talk to your working mentor. Okay. So, yeah, so the different kinds, as I mentioned, meetings, different kinds of meetings that ST has created for us to leverage on. Yeah, so we have our Tuesday class, okay, we have our trim and fit, which is a product class. We have our BOM, business opportunity meeting for prospecting, our NDO, new distributor orientation, as well as our monthly BSE 1 and BSE 2, and not forgetting our convention, the LTS, which is coming up in June. So these are meetings that we must attend, and like for LTS, we all must go LTS. Yeah, it is not only to learn from the leaders, is also to enhance our belief and see our future. Yeah, so and be inspired. So every time I go back LTS, I come back, I feel very inspired. Yeah. Okay, so STU, okay, this is our success roadmap, and based on whichever level you are in, you are able to attend the various module to learn the different aspects of the business. Yeah, so when you reach MBA, okay, you must be a COE already. Yeah, so BSE 1 is third Saturday of the month. Okay, BSE 2 is first Saturday of the month. So if you want to attend our module 3, which is our legendary MVP, you must be at least a Ruby or executive brand partner. Yeah. Ask your working mentor how you can attend module 3. Okay, so this is the 8 daily things. If you can do all 8, yeah, you can definitely do well in the business. Yeah. One, use the product. Yeah, I say message, you use massive using of the product, right? You are able to then be able to share more. Yeah. Yeah, of course, share the product, share the business plan, listen to the recording, read books, yeah, NDO, attend meetings, okay, which I covered, consult outline, which is your alignment with your upline, as well as ultimately this is our own business, so we must be accountable and responsible for our own business. Okay. Okay, step 3, write name list. Okay, so this is an important step to get you started. Okay, write your name list. So when you write your name list, right, you must use the mindset of who are the people you want to help and not who you want to sell to. Okay, this is very important. So with this, right, with this mindset, right, you will have a lot of names coming into your mind because you are using the mindset of who you want to help, right? So so some people feel that, okay, I don't need to write lah, it's all in my mind. Okay, but you need to, but it's different, in your mind you can forget. And when you actually write down on your name range, right, from one person you can actually lead you to think of another person. Maybe this person, or you think, this ABC, this person, or the siblings. I know the siblings, and you can also write the sibling name now down, right? So start from the closest, okay, your family members, then to your friends, a colleague, and so on. Then you categorize your name list, okay, whether this person is product, approach, business, okay, or both. Okay, so product can be, oh, this person has issue, his big size, he needs to slim down, or he has gout, he can eczema. Okay, yeah, so you can actually indicate in your name list. Yeah, some of my downline will tell me that, oh, they run out of name, they don't know who to write anymore. But I'm sure your phone list, right? Your phone list has many names, hundreds of names. Yeah, you can go through your phone list or even your Facebook friends. Yeah, people who like your post. Yeah, so are they in your list? Yeah, so with this name list out, right, is also for you to align with your mentor. Okay, and you can talk to your mentor and discuss. Okay, and they will give you tips on how to prospect these people, how to talk to these people. Yeah, so as far as possible, we'll go via product approach first. Yeah. You can go and using the business approach if you know specifically that the person is looking for opportunity. Like now, Prism, yeah, can be a good business opportunity that you can talk to. But if you don't know, right, you don't know where, so it's the best to go via product approach. Yeah, because if you go via business, right, yeah, and if the reject, it's very difficult to go back using product. Yeah, okay. So sponsor outwards means that you do not afraid to talk to someone who is higher authority than you, whether in terms of knowledge or whether in their profession or maybe a medical doctor. Then leverage on your upline. Okay, like we have a Dr. Jerry Fong in the class. So you leverage on Dr. Jerry Fong if you meet a medical profession. Okay. So the most important is do not prejudge, okay? And write down whatever name that come into your mind, okay? And categorize them. Do not think whether they want or don't want, whether they have money or no money. Think of whether they need the product or not. How can the product help them? Okay? Then yeah, cultivate the habit to know three new people every day. Okay, so like for example, you can, when you go gym, those people who go gym, make new friends or attend networking events to know people, or when you go and buy things on the shop, you make friends with the shop owner. Yeah, so like this quote by John C. Maxwell, right? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Yeah. So you must always remember that. So yeah. So as mentioned, so every people in your phone, your email contacts, your Facebook, etc. go into your list. Then you categorize into your respective category. And important is to not prejudge on whether they take the product or not. Yeah. Sometimes the least expected ones are the ones that they will say okay. Yeah. You sometimes feel that she won't get one, but then she get one. Yeah, we experience one. I think I myself has a few cases that I come across it. Yeah, like recent like the workshop that we done in Brunei. Yeah, we don't expect one person to take up, but then she also take up. Yeah. So as mentioned, you don't want to skip any names because you don't know that the name you skip might be your next COE. Okay, so like for me, I know I go corporate seminars. Yeah, I know people. I also know people from networking app. And I start making friends, and then they become my customer. Yeah. So from the name list, then you sort them lah. Start from the near to far. That means start from your country where you are based in first. Yeah. Then you go off to other like your friends overseas. Yeah. Because they are closest to you in the same country, and it's easier to talk to. Yeah. Then you can indicate the friendship relationship from from familiar to unfamiliar, from easy to difficult. For me, right, I like to put my relationship indicator. 5 being very close, okay, 3 being average, 1 maybe being acquaintance. Yeah. Then I see which one I will talk to first. Yeah. Okay, so other than your circles of friends and colleagues, okay, you can also think of people that you provide service to, that provide service to you. So for example, your insurance agent, your property agent, your aircon maintenance guy, hairdresser. Like for me, I close my property agent and my hairdresser as well. Yeah, so like Rainbow say, right, we buy products from them. Why they cannot get product from us? Yeah, especially our product are good and they have needs. Okay, so even a makan place where you patronize often, you know the people there, you can also share. Yeah. Then every day we need to take lunch, right? Lunch and dinner, right? So don't waste the time. So go and find somebody that you can eat with lor. So if you do that, you have at least 2 appointments a day. Yeah. Then you from your name list you can also decipher whether you know this person is a homemaker, which are the time that is more free for her to talk, and if this person usually work late, which is the empty slot to talk. So that's why our name list is very important. Okay. Okay, so if you want to know how to connect people more effectively, right, then you can recommend, this is one of the system that the book that recommend how to win friends and influence people. Okay, so these are the six things that was mentioned in the book with more details, which you can read about it. Okay, so like be genuine interested in other people. Yeah, so when you are actually talking to people and sharing, you want the two-way communication. Yeah, so that you value add to one another and not one person just talk. Yeah, and of course show that you're very friendly and happy, you smile, and not showing them with a very sian face, right? Then who would like to talk to you? Yeah. Okay, remember people name. Yeah, if somebody you know or new people you meet. Yeah, so what I usually do is I will take a selfie. Yeah, and then at the same time I say, oh, I send you the picture, then I can get the number also. Yeah, and listen. Okay, be a good listener and chat about things that will interest them lah, and not them bored by your conversation. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. So next is invite. Okay, invite your how do you invite your friend? So now actually with Prism it's very easy. You can actually call or you can text. Okay, so what I do is I follow what Jerry taught us. Oh. Yeah. I use the tip that he shared that I will first um through my this friend, okay, maybe I not talk for some time or what. I would start with some casual talks first. Yeah, talk about other things first. Then after that, then I will ask her, hey bro or babe, have you heard of men's health or women's health? Then I'll say, then wait for the response. Okay, then you say some will know. Okay, they will say, oh, I know. Then good lah. No is good. Then some don't know, right? Then I'll send them past men's health program. Hey, you saw this magazine before. Then see what else on. So it's a very interactive thing. Then after that they say, oh, why? Then I'll say, oh, yeah, I'll send the men's health cover with Prism that we shows the prison feature a scanner. Then I say, hey, I have this scanner that was featured that's going to be featured in Men's Health and Women's Health, which measures your health nutritional score. Hey, let's meet, I measure for you. Then I will fix appointment already. Oh. So for me, I won't share things in WhatsApp one. Sometimes they will say, oh, can you send me to read more detail, blah, blah, blah. I never do that one. I will say, oh, it's okay, then I'll fix another day lah. Because cannot send send already they also don't know. Yeah, so I will just find ways to meet up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So but why we are doing this is, remember, we want to help the person. Yeah, with our helping heart, because we know that that health is key, ma. Yeah, sometimes, yes, especially if you know that the person got issue, then you want to meet up with to help and let them know what are the state of health they are in. So even you don't know whether they got issue or not, it's also good to scan them to let them know, right? Yeah. So don't think too much, just do it lah. Okay. Uh, okay. So then when you meet up with the person, right? Okay. Then after scanning, then after on and things like that, it's very hard to get. I mean, don't waste the chance after you meet them already. Use the session to find out more about them. Yeah. We always have this guideline form lah, FORM, family, occupation, recreation, motivation. Yeah, family, find out whether whether the kids, how's the kid doing, the parents. Then when talking already, they will tell you things like, oh, my parents no good lah, have been sick lah. So that is where you find out needs, where you can help. Then occupation, he may tell you, !aiya! Very sian lah, I do work until I've been working, and my boss no good, everything. So isn't this something that we can offer already? You know where the pain point, what are the problem statement these people have, and you can offer the solution accordingly. Yeah, recreation, if you know that she's like to do social work, then you know that this person like to help people. Yeah, she has helping heart. It's also very good for business. Yeah, motivation, what's the life goal? Yeah, so from here you find out their needs. Yeah, so the key is listen more, ask more, and care more. Yeah, yeah, be more proactive lah. Okay. Okay, like our New Skin founder, Blake Rody says, every day when we wake up, the first thing we must do is to think today that there must be one person at least we can help to improve his quality of life. Yeah, his health. Yeah. So yeah, we are the angel, we are the angel in others people's life. Yeah. We can transform their health, we can transform their life. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so step 5, effective meetings. Okay, so when we meet up the person, right, we must have the intention to close the person, because we want to help them. So when we not because we want the 1,000 points or we want the sales, but because that person need it. Yeah. If we just share and leave it open-ended, we are not helping them at all. Yeah. Because they definitely sometimes people will just need a little uh, um, inference from you. Yeah. So you always ask yourself these 3 questions. Okay, before you go for the meeting, ask yourself, not ask the person, why does this person need TLM? What happen if he does not need TLM? and what happen if he takes tea on me. Yeah. So when you have these three question answered, right? When you go for the appointment, your helping heart very strong one. Yeah. So we must be confident of our product lah. Okay, sometimes the prospect is testing us to see how confident we are and how sincere we want to help them. Yeah. So you can use the word like trust me, I can help you. Yeah. What triggers the prospect to get from you and not other people is the relationship you have with him and the trust they have with you. Yeah. Not so much of how much you know about the product. Yeah. Okay. So key to it is helping heart and how badly you want to help the person. Okay. So ABC, okay? So ABC, everyone should go and hear the recording by Lilian Ong in our 1ST app on how to do ABC. So if you do your ABC well, half the battle is gone, is won already. Yeah. So A, what is our A? A is the advisor role. So your A can be your uplines. Okay, when you tee up, okay, when you tee up your prospect with your outline, yeah, your outline is your A, yeah. So of course, before you go for your meeting, you must give your outline a background of your prospect. Okay, what is he doing? What is it? That we want to go for? Is it product? Is it business? Then you also must tee up your upline to the customer, to your prospect, so that your prospect, when meeting your upline, will look forward to meet your upline. Yeah, you see. So depending on who is your upline, you will know your upline well, and then you are able to tee it up better. So you are the bridge. So it's your role is very important. When you set up this ABC meeting. Yeah. So A can be our upline, or it can even be meeting our LTS. LTS can be our A also, or sometimes our weekly class, our business opportunity meeting can also be our A. Yeah, so you know this speaker. Yeah, before you bring the person to class, you will share about who this speaker is, the background is. Yeah, so that your prospect will be looking forward to hear from the person. Yeah. So if you don't if sometimes you don't tell the person, you just bring to the meeting, you will actually spoil the whole lead as it is. Yeah. Okay, because the person will don't know what is it, and you just bring the meeting lor. Yeah. So if they are not sure, just talk to your upline mentor. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this is a code lah. To wish for change will change nothing. To make the decision to take action right now will change everything. Yeah. Okay, so this is the 5 step: goal setting, commitment to your goal, write name list, invite your friends, and effective meetings. Yeah. So actually, the gist of it is two things only: make decision. Okay, your why. Three things: your why, make decision, and commit. Okay, and back to basic. This business is just about sharing and massive action, massive sharing. Yeah. Okay, so the 3D is there, do, 敢敢来. Okay, so that's my sharing.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Kris. Can you unshare the
Yeah,
slide?
I stop
So
share.
thanks, Kris, for her wonderful sharing. So, like I mentioned earlier before the meeting, right? You all will definitely learn something, existing leaders and new people, right? And then, those who are personally mentored by me, you all will find some of the things very familiar because I did that on your, because I learned from all this is a system. That's why it's like we follow the system, right? There's a proper way to do this business one, right? You work, you also got proper way. You want to do a business also it's not anyhow do. There's a way to do this system, to do this business well, right? Yeah. So I hope everyone learned from this. I recorded, so I will send out the recording to y'all. Y'all can listen to it again. Okay. Yeah. Thanks again, Kris, for the sharing. Okay. So now I will invite our next speak our next sharer, okay, Sarah, which if you all attended last session, she was a speaker for the Well Spa training, right? Yeah. So today